Okay, this is the first of the COVID 2020-2021 school year videos. First thing, though, is I've been asked to make sneeze guards. In order to make a sneeze guard, you have to work with plastic acrylic sheet, which I happen to have some of. And it just so happens that one of them broke yesterday, so I have pieces of acrylic sheeting. And that's what I use to practice with. If you go on YouTube and you type in cutting plastic sheeting or cutting acrylic sheeting or shaping acrylic sheeting, you're going to get lots of videos on how to do it. So I went through and processed a bunch of them, and here's what I've got so far. And this will be the first of 2 or 3 videos, because I'm going to actually take you through the process of building a sneeze guard in another video. Now, you can use a hacksaw and you can cut acrylic sheeting. It takes a long time, not very efficient. You can also use a tool to cut the acrylic sheeting. Now, most of the videos talk to you about an acrylic plastic sheeting cutting tool. It's kind of like a glass cutter, except it's made for acrylic or plastic sheeting. My hardware store doesn't have one. So I went and brought out my handy dandy box cutter knife. I got a linoleum cutter. I have my hacksaw blade holder. And then I went and bought a new box cutting tool, but I put in the hooked blades. These go for roofing, for asphalt shingles. And I'm going to tell you this one is about the best, but I'll show you why in a second. Okay, to do acrylic, you can do the score and break method. In order to do this, you have to have your plastic down on a firm surface. I have a framing square that's been a piece of block of wood here and a clamp, speed clamp. And the way this is supposed to work is you take your knife, your blade, and you line it up with your straight edge, and you pull this across several times, and you score the surface. The problem with the box cutting blade is it doesn't work very well, and if you look down here, you'll notice there's several different lines. So I tried this, and then you're supposed to really quickly break it. Didn't break. I took the linoleum cutter. This one, I can get the point into the straight edge a lot easier, but again, it's not doing what it's supposed to do, which brings me to the last two. A brand new hacksaw blade works very well to score the plastic. It'll actually cut a nice deep score. Do this 3 or 4 times across, and then you can break it off nice and straight. Okay, so there's that. So let me release my hook. I can actually move this over a little bit. Run out another inch or so. Line up my straight edge here. We want that out of the way. And let's re-clamp that. So now let me show you the hook. This roofing hook works very well. You just run it, whoops. Didn't clamp that tight enough. Let's try that again. So you're going to run this along your straight edge. And you can hear it. It's actually biting into that plastic and cutting that plastic. It's about 3 or 4 good strokes. And once again, a nice, clean cut. All right, so for scoring and breaking plexiglass acrylic, I would highly recommend, if you don't have the tool, the hacksaw blade, because you can get the teeth in there and it'll do that, or the asphalt shingle hooking knife that cuts the asphalt shingles. This worked excellently. Now when I go into the next video, however, what I'm going to show you is I'm actually going to use a skill saw with a 60-tooth blade to do the ripping and cutting for the pieces that I still have to do for the other sneeze guards. But let me just take you over here. I want to show you the sneeze guards that I already have constructed so you know what I'm up to. Okay, so let me adjust you up. Let me back you out, which is I've got you. All right, so here's two that I built yesterday. They are 40 inches tall and they are 48 inches wide. And they come in 3 pieces. I have a side stand that fits into a slot that I've cut. And whoops, sorry about that. And there is a 7-inch pass-through underneath. And these are going into our high school office here at Eunice High School. Okay, the next video I'm going to take this sheet of acrylic and I'm going to show you how to build one of these. It's not that hard. It's really messy because plastic is really messy, but I'll show you how I do it and hopefully give you some clues on how you can build your own if you need to. All right, this particular piece of plexi, its thickness is 0.118. It is a 4x8 sheet of plexi, and this one cost me $120 per sheet from our local vendor in Hobbs, New Mexico. These two came out of the sheet where I have the extra. This one actually was a broken one, so approximately $50 a piece in material. If you add my time at about 1 hour, let's say I charged myself $10 an hour, these two cost around $60. If you price these online, you're going to pay somewhere around $160. So building your own sneeze guard might be the way to go. These are a little more flimsy than probably some of the ones you'll get online, but we need something quick. We need to try and save a little money because, of course, all of our state budgets are going down the toilet right now due to COVID, and that's what I'm up to. All right, when we come back, we're going to take this sheet, show you how to build another one. Thanks for watching, and I apologize for the quality of this video. Trying to do it on the fly today.